The kettle starts before the sunrise, like it always used to do. The house is still half asleep, wrapped in shades of gray and blue. There's a crack along the cupboard that I've noticed for years, and the little wooden table still carries coffee rings and memories. Outside, the frost is painting patterns on the corners of the glass, while the heater hums softly and another morning slowly starts. I stand there with my hands around a mug, watching steam rise through the light, and somehow all the noise inside me feels quieter today. Maybe peace arrives like this, not all at once, but one small moment at a time. In this winter kitchen, with the morning coming slow, the world feels less demanding than it did a week ago. The kettle sings its old familiar song, the window holds the dawn, and for a little while everything is where it belongs. The calendar above the doorway still shows last month's page. I've been meaning to replace it for what feels like days and days. Funny how the smallest things can tell the truth about a life, how we're all just doing our best to keep moving through the time. A neighbor starts their car outside, somewhere a dog begins to bark. The city slowly wakes itself, one sound at a time, and I realize I don't need every answer to appreciate the morning. In this winter kitchen, with the sunlight finding space between the jars and photographs and all the years they've seen, there's something honest in this quiet, something steady in the air, like life reminding me that beauty still lives here. I used to think happiness would arrive like fireworks, loud and impossible to miss. Now I think it comes differently, in warm cups, in familiar rooms, and mornings that ask nothing from us except to be present. In this winter kitchen, the frost begins to disappear, the window slowly clears itself, and the neighborhood comes into view. Nothing extraordinary happened, nothing changed at all, except that for a moment I remembered how lucky I am to be here. The kettle falls silent, the coffee's almost gone, and the day begins just as it always does. The city wears a different face When evening starts to fall, storefronts glow behind the glass, and shadows stretch along the walls. The traffic hums like distant music as we make our way downtown. Windows shining overhead like stars that settled on the ground. You slide your hand into mine without a single word to say, the kind of gesture that reminds me how love lives in simple ways. And suddenly this ordinary night feels richer than before, like we stepped inside a memory while it's still being born. Funny how a quiet evening can feel like something rare. Golden streetlights painting diamonds on the road as the city drifts around us in a warm and gentle glow. Golden streetlights shining softly in your eyes, turning every passing moment into something worth keeping tonight. We stop beside the river, watching reflections drift below. The skyline mirrored in the water, like another world we almost know. A saxophone somewhere in the distance floats through the summer air, blending with the sound of laughter from the cafes everywhere. You lean against my shoulder and the whole night seems to pause, like time itself is slowed its breathing just to let us have this moment. People pass without noticing the little universe we found. Two hearts moving through the city while the stars look down. Some nights ask for nothing except that we stay a while. Golden streetlights stretching far beyond the dark, like a trail of glowing memories leading straight into my heart. Golden streetlights dancing softly on your skin, making every glance between us feel like falling once again. Years from now, I probably won't remember which restaurant we passed or what song was playing, or exactly where we walked, but I remember this feeling, the warmth of your hand, the city glowing around us, the way you smiled when you caught me looking at you, and how for one beautiful evening the whole world seemed perfectly at peace. Golden streetlights burning right above the avenue, while every step beside you feels like something new. Golden streetlights guiding us through the night and showing me that happiness sometimes arrives quietly, without a sound, without a warning, and changes everything. The city keeps on shining, the midnight hour grows near, and we keep walking slowly through rivers of gold together. Together. There's 1,000 ways to speak, 1,000 voices in the crowd, 1,000 conversations floating through this busy town. But none of them ever sounded quite the way yours did. When you spoke my name, like it was something worth keeping. Not hurried, not careless, not lost among the noise. Just simple, warm, and full of kindness. Some words become music in the right voice. The way you say my name still echoes through my heart, turning ordinary moments into something rare. The way you say my name like nobody else can do, making the whole world feel softer. Every time it reaches me, I remember crowded stations, busy streets and evening trains. Yet somehow through the chaos I'd always hear you the same. The one familiar sound among 1,000 others, guiding me back home without even trying. Maybe love isn't always the grand gestures, the dramatic moments, the unforgettable scenes. Maybe sometimes it's simply hearing your name by someone who truly sees you. The way you say my name still lives inside my mind, like a favorite song returning after many years away. The way you say my name, a small and simple thing, yet somehow one of the greatest gifts you ever gave to me. The city keeps talking, the years keep moving on, but somewhere in the noise your voice remains. The evening settles slowly across the rooftops of the town. The golden light is fading as the sun drifts softly down. We found a quiet hillside above the crowded streets below, where the world seemed far away and time moved slower than we know. You pulled your jacket closer as the breeze began to rise, and the last light of the day painted amber in your eyes. Neither one of us was speaking, there was nothing left to prove. Sometimes silence says the things words could never quite get through. Funny how the ending of a day can feel like the beginning of a memory. Sunset whispers floating through against the sky, turning ordinary moments into reasons not to say goodbye. The city lights awakened one by one beneath the hill, like scattered constellations, learning how to stand still. You rested on my shoulder and pointed toward the west, where the final thread of sunlight had not disappeared just yet. We talked about tomorrow, then forgot what we were saying, because the beauty of that evening was enough to keep us staying. The world kept moving somewhere beyond the edge of sight, but all that really mattered was this golden piece of night. Some moments don't ask to be remembered, yet somehow they never leave. Sunset whispers carried on the breeze, like old soul songs drifting softly through the summer trees. Sunset whispers, gentle as a dream, leaving traces of their beauty in everything they touch. Years from now, I know I'll think about this evening now and then, not because of where we were or even what was said, but because you were beside me, and for a little while the whole world felt exactly the way it should have been. It's strange what stays with us after seasons come and go, not the grand and crowded moments, but the quiet ones we almost missed, the ones that arrive unnoticed and become the stories we carry forever. Maybe love lives here inside these ordinary miracles. Sunset whispers still echo in my soul, like fading light on water or warmth against the cold. Sunset whispers long after daylight ends, reminding me that beautiful things don't need to last forever to change us. One day we'll forget the exact date, the weather forecast, the clothes we wore, the conversations in detail, but I don't think we'll forget this feeling. The hill beneath our feet, the evening sky above us, the city glowing below, and the certainty that for one perfect moment we were exactly where we belonged together. Sunset whispers dancing through the dusk, while the stars begin their slow arrival above the world we love. Sunset whispers shining soft and gold, like a photograph the heart keeps safe when everything grows old. Sunset whispers still alive tonight, in every memory of your smile, in every fading ray of light. The sun slipped past the horizon, the first stars took its place, and we stayed a little longer, watching the night arrive together. old porch swing still hangs there, moving gently in the breeze. The paint has started fading, and the wood complains a little more these days. We spend countless evenings sitting there, watching daylight slip away, talking about everything and sometimes nothing at all. The neighbors would wave passing by, dogs would bark somewhere down the street, and the whole world seemed content to let the evening unfold. Some places become sacred without ever meaning to. The porch swing still sways inside my heart, back and forth through memory, never drifting far. The porch swing, where summer evenings stay, and ordinary moments were quietly engraved. Fireflies appeared at twilight like tiny lanterns in the dark. The first stars slowly gathered above the rooftops and the park. You always tucked your feet beneath you when the air began to cool, and leaned your head against my shoulder as the moon climbed into view. The best conversations rarely happen around a table. The porch swing still floating through the years, carrying laughter, carrying stories, carrying us. If heaven has a front porch, I hope it has a swing, and long summer evenings with nowhere we need to be, just time and peace, and someone we love beside us. The porch swing still moving soft and slow across the fields of memory, where old sunsets glow. The porch swing, a place I'll always find whenever I go looking for the sweetest parts of life. The evening settles gently, the crickets start to sing, and somewhere in the distance, the porch swing moves again. On the corner of Elm and 7th, there's a little cafe still. Same wooden chairs beside the window, same clock hanging on the wall. The owner finally changed the awning, a brighter shade of blue. But somehow every time I walk in, I still think of you. We spent entire afternoons there, sharing coffee in the rain, watching strangers pass the window while the world rushed on again. You always sat facing the street, I always faced the door, and somehow every conversation made me want 1 hour more. Some places keep their memories long after we are gone. The corner cafe still lives inside my heart, where ordinary afternoons became works of art. The corner cafe beneath the window light, where laughter stayed a little longer every night. You draw circles in the foam of every cappuccino cup and tell stories with your hands whenever you got caught up. The jazz played softly overhead, old records from another time, and every song felt somehow perfect for those afternoons of mine. Outside the seasons changed, winter snow and summer sun, yet inside that little cafe the years seem slower somehow. Funny how a room can become part of your story. The corner cafe, still waiting there somehow, holding pieces of our younger selves between the then and now. The corner cafe, still warm within my soul, like a photograph in sepia, touched softly by gold. If I walked in there tomorrow, I'd probably order the same drink, choose the same table by the window, and smile before I think. Because some habits survive, not out of sadness, but gratitude for all the beautiful moments they once contained. The corner cafe, still shining through the years, a place where simple afternoons became souvenirs. The corner cafe, a little piece of grace, forever living somewhere inside that place. The coffee cools slowly, the city moves along, and another memory lingers like an old favorite song. Every evening around 6:30, I'd hear your footsteps in the hall, the neighbors closing doors below, the elevator making calls. Then somewhere beyond the silence, a sound I'd learned by heart, the gentle turning of a key before the evening would truly start. Funny how a tiny noise could brighten up an entire day. No fireworks, no grand arrival, just you coming home again. The lock would click, the door would open, and somehow everything felt right. Some people become part of your life so completely that even their arrival sounds like comfort. The sound of your key turning in the dark was my favorite part of every evening. Maybe even more than all the plans we made or all the words we'd say, because it meant you were finally home. Some days you came in laughing, some days tired from the world, some days carrying groceries, some days carrying worries. But no matter what the day had given or what it tried to take away, the moment that key turned softly, everything seemed okay. You drop your coat beside the doorway, kick off your shoes and smile, and suddenly the whole apartment felt warmer for a while. Love isn't always spoken, sometimes it's simply arriving. The sound of your key still echoes in my mind like an old familiar melody, the sweetest kind of sound of your key. A simple little thing, yet somehow it carried everything. Years later, I still notice doorways, still hear keys turning in apartment halls, and every now and then, for the briefest second, my heart forgets the years and thinks maybe that's you coming home again. The sound of your key will always stay with me, not because of the metal or the lock or the door, but because it meant another evening together, another ordinary night, another chance to share a life. A click, a turn, a door opening wide, and all the love that followed walking inside. The house with the blue door, there was nothing grand about it, just a little house on Maple Lane. White paint slowly growing older, and flower boxes by the frame. The mailbox leaned a little sideways, the porch board softly creaked, and every spring the roses climbed a little higher up the street. You fell in love before I did, the moment that we first arrived, you pointed at the blue front door and said, I think we could build a life. I laughed and called you crazy, but deep inside I knew the future somehow looked a lot like standing there with you. Funny how forever can start with something small. The house with the blue door still lives inside my heart, where ordinary days became the best chapters of our lives. The house with the blue door, where every room still glows with laughter in the hallways and the love we came to know. The kitchen wasn't very large, the ceiling fan was far too loud, the windows rattled when it stormed, and the roof complained about the clouds. We painted walls on Saturdays, made mistakes and painted twice. You always chose the colors, and somehow you were always right. Christmas lights around the porch, summer evenings on the swing, neighbors stopping by for coffee, the simple joy that living brings. The years arrive so quietly, like pages turning one by one. Before we knew it, half a lifetime had already come. The richest lives are rarely built in moments that seem gray, and the house with the blue door watched every season pass, held our dreams inside its walls, and gently made them last. The house with the blue door still standing in my mind, a monument to little moments in the passing of sweet time. People think love lives inside anniversaries, big celebrations, photographs and promises. But love lives here too, in grocery lists, coffee cups, fresh paint on a Saturday afternoon, and fixing broken shelves together, and arguing about curtains, then laughing 5 minutes later. Love lives in the life you build between the milestones. The house with the blue door still shines beneath the years, like a lighthouse made of memories, guiding me from here. The house with the blue door, more precious than it seemed, because while we were busy living, we were building someone's dream. The house with the blue door, and if I close my eyes, I can still hear your laughter floating through those rooms tonight. The roses bloom each spring, the porch still greets the rain, and somewhere in that little house, our story remains. The house story remains. The restaurant was nothing special, just a little place downtown. A faded sign above the doorway, and old photographs on the walls. The hostess knew us by our first names, by the second year or so, and always led us to the corner where the evening lights hung low. Outside, the city hurried past us, people chasing other plans. But somehow every time we sat there, the world fit neatly in your hands. You'd unfold the menu slowly, though we both knew what we'd choose, and smile when I pretended that I hadn't memorized yours too. Funny how love settles in, not with fireworks, but with familiarity. A table for two, and nowhere else to be, just another ordinary evening that meant everything to me. A table for two beneath the candlelight, turning simple conversations into memories for life. The waiter brought our favorite bottle without us having to ask, and the piano in the corner played old melodies from the past. We talked about our families, the vacations we might take, the little things that filled our days, and the bigger dreams we'd make. You always reached across the table when you wanted to make a point, and somehow even now I remember the warmth of your fingertips. Outside, the rain began to fall against the windows by the street, but inside everything felt sheltered, safe, and wonderfully complete. Some people search forever for what we had so naturally. A table for two, the city fading from view, while every passing minute felt brand new. A table for two, where laughter filled the air, and happiness arrived so quietly we barely noticed it was there. Years later, I can still see that corner booth, still hear the clinking glasses, still feel your foot brushing mine beneath the table. I don't remember every conversation or every meal we shared, but I remember the feeling of being exactly where I wanted to be, with exactly who I wanted beside me. And somehow that memory still warms me on the coldest nights. A table for two, still waiting in my mind, bathed in golden evening light, frozen somewhere in time. A table for two, where love grew day by day, not through grand declarations, but through 1,000 ordinary ways. A The candles burn low, the city lights reflected on the glass, and another beautiful evening became part of our story. The city had grown quiet, most of the lights were gone. The television rested silent, and another day moved on. You sat beside the window, wrapped inside a blanket's warmth, watching distant headlights drift across the sleeping town. The clock above the bookshelf moved patiently ahead, 5 minutes before midnight, with nothing left unsaid. Some nights arrive so gently, you barely hear them coming. 5 minutes before midnight, the whole world standing still, just your hand resting in mine, and the quiet on the hill. 5 minutes before midnight, before tomorrow starts, holding one more beautiful evening close against our hearts. The stars hung over rooftops like lanterns in the dark. The air carried that stillness only nighttime seems to have. You leaned your head against me, and neither one of us moved, because some moments feel too perfect to interrupt too soon. People spend years chasing happiness across oceans, through careers toward distant dreams. Yet sometimes happiness is simply 5 quiet minutes beside someone you love, at the end of an ordinary day. 5 minutes before midnight, still shining in my soul like a candle in a window against the cold. 5 minutes before midnight, a memory soft and true of a world grown wonderfully small, because I shared it with you. The clock finally struck 12, the stars remained above, and another ordinary evening turned quietly into forever. backyard smelled like sunshine and freshly cut green grass. A warm July afternoon that felt built to last. White sheets danced upon the clothesline, floating softly in the breeze, like sails upon an ocean made of summer memories. You stood there pinning shirts with sunlight in your hair, humming half a melody that disappeared into the air. I remember thinking quietly, though I never said it then, how beautiful happiness could look when no one was trying. The heart notices things the mouth never says. Summer laundry on the line, dancing in the afternoon, like little white flags waving beneath the lazy June. Summer laundry on the line, still shining in my mind, a picture made of sunlight that time could never hide. The radio played somewhere from a neighbor's open porch. Children laughed beyond the fence while the shadows slowly stretched. The world wasn't asking much from either one of us, and somehow that felt perfect, more than enough. Years later, I won't remember what day it was, or what month, or what plans we had, but I remember the sheets moving through the sunlight, and you smiling beneath them, like a scene from a dream. Summer laundry on the line, still glowing through the years, a reminder that the sweetest things can seem so small from here. Summer laundry on the line, a moment frozen right, still fluttering gently inside my life. The sun began to lower, the breeze moved slowly through, and another perfect afternoon became part of you. Every Sunday after dinner, you place a pie upon the table. Apple in the autumn, peach when summer filled the trees. The recipe came from your grandmother, written on a stained old card, folded at the corners from decades of love and use. The smell would fill the whole house long before the time rang, and somehow everyone arrived early whenever pie was in the plans. Love often wears an apron and smells a little like cinnamon. Sunday pie, cooling by the window, while the afternoon sunlight painted gold across the room. Sunday pie, disappeared. The grandchildren fought for corners, the adults lingered after meals. Coffee cups stayed half full, the stories filled the air. Nobody seemed in a hurry, nobody watched the clock. The afternoon unfolding like a favorite old song. Years later, I understand the pie was never really the point. The point was gathering, the point was staying, the point was love disguised as dessert. Sunday pie, still sweet upon my tongue, a memory baked carefully by hands that understood. Sunday pie, a lesson time revealed, that the greatest gifts in life are often shared around a table. The last slice disappears, the evening settles low, and another family story finds a place to grow.